Good guy, Alfino. Alright, back to the Rising Stones. Back there we shall go. Right, from refugees to primal. Let's see what's happening in Gridania. Okay. All the attention. I am come on behalf of the Elder Seedseer to petition the aid of your order. Antecedent has been appraised of the situation. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Leoki. The latest news from Muldar was most disturbing. Indeed. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it'll heal ere long. The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I will summon them now. Alright. We end it there. Or do you want to keep going? Seems like we're probably about to switch gears. Up to me. Oh no. You still feel like you have enough energy? Might be able to finish 2.3 if you think you're still got a little bit longer to go. Be a really productive day. A little bit more? Okay. Let's do it. Hey, it's everybody. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I've received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Ramu. I'm sorry. May have? It is not certain. The Elder Seedseer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, Antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. That was a big yawn, kitty. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? Preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway. It would surely not have escaped your notice? Oh, it did it. I was pretty sure it's going to happen. Just not this soon. I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did naught to prevent it. I told Papa Limo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, But that was because the Garleans came trampling through the forest. And so long as Castrum Orient stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Eda and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would remain the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. It is like that the Sylphs perceive this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quicken their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Leoki, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past now achieve similar success with their patron deity? For Mu can be convinced of our intentions, and may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope. Was such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But this time maybe we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. The Elder Seatsier has requested your personal involvement, Leoki. Pray report to Commander Heluix at the Ader's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Alright. Is this primal number 6 now? I feel like running out of tribes to summon them. Yep, why this is called Defenders of Eorzea. All the primals. Bye, Pele. And Luna got up. Everybody getting up. Leoki of the Scions, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seatsier, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Yes, please. Thank you. And we're back here. Everybody came for this meeting. Alright. Let's do it.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest.
Connie Senna, has been a while.
Scarce had his words ceased
I
to
like her.
echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace.
She's always been nice to us. Pele, can't go up there, baby. I'm sorry.
Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands.
Alright.
Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
Oh, I feel like I've heard this story before.
Blessed as you are with the power of the echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
We'll give it a shot.
The Twelveswood has suffered enough.
Maybe this time will
Upon
be
this,
different.
we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
We'll try. Uh-huh. Yay. Aww.
You have my thanks.
I miss the cabbages. We need more cabbage.
Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the
Sorry,
Order
baby.
of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have
What's
care.
that supposed to mean? That's ominous. Why you gotta say that? Might as well just jinx it. Back to Cabbage Land. Oh, I remember coming out here the first time. The Gridanian music. Or the Sylph music, I guess. Leoki of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go with the primal to treat with the primal Ramu himself, an unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. You got it. I don't get why it keeps wanting to use these awful rings. Stop trying to auto-equip them. 11, an impression. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touch Ones summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please, come with this one. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Oh, I don't know if we've been back here before. I don't remember coming back here. Deep into the Sylphlands. Wise ones have ventured deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for Touchwoods. Okay. Eye is being kept out. This is like Halloween music. I'm the only one getting that vibe. What's that? I think the cats are getting into stuff. I think it's okay. Give me a second to check. Sorry about that. Yeah, they both seem okay. You're fine. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, this one may turn mean and nasty like Touched Ones. So this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find Wise Ones not too far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One. To the south. That will be this way. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papalimo's Papalimo, Ystrolla's Ystrolla, and you are you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Ida, in case Walking One was wondering. Joke, I'm joking. Don't ask. Suffice it to say that we had something of a situation here. Ah, there you are. It is you, isn't it? What? So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magic, the wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Ystrolla's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and am pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte, Kamlyuki. The Lord of Levin awaits. Tricky, tricky tricksters. Alright, let's go trade words with the Primal.
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
That's us. Quite a unique primal. It's not the music I was expecting for somebody riding in on a lightning bolt.
Bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
That's me.
I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest.
He is Woodland Dumbledore.
Thou
Oh my goodness.
tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
Peace.
The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
Yep, that's about the response I was expecting.
Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or
Almost gotta
Garlean,
fight.
it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much, not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Idolin?
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye, but there is something more in thee. Very well.
Okay.
I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
No pressure. A little thing.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Okay. So we're still gonna fight anyway. But I guess maybe it's better.
Eorzea, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
What are you doing out here, fancy orange?
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted
It's a little
renderings
sus.
made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady.
How did you still see him?
I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Okay, sure. Why? What is he up to? Confused. Striking tree. Hard. Now accessible. Alright. Another primal. Upon approaching the Beastman Aetheryte, you find yourself in the presence of Lord Ramu. Though initially dismissive of your attempts at mediation, Primal elects to suspend judgment until you have undergone a trial by combat. Enter the Lord of Levin's domain and prove your worth. Okay. I guess so. Just a Ramu fanboy. I did not know those existed. It was a bit odd. It's the first time I think we've seen him, like, out in the world doing anything. After forging deep into the Sylphlands, you meet with the intimidating guardian deity of the Sylphs, the Primal Ramu. But before he will consider your proposal peace, the Lord of Levin first demands proof that you possess the strength required to repel the Empire from the Twelveswood. The thunderous entity then vanishes in a blinding flash. Hi, Luna. Oh. Something scratched at my leg. Baby. These are getting into all sorts of trouble right now, aren't you? The thunderous entity then vanishes in a blinding flash, leaving the words of his challenge yet echoing in your ears. Enter the Primal's domain and prepare to be measured on the scales of battle. Alright, and again we wait. Oh. Hi, Luna. Baby. Yep, that's the microphone. Getting your scent on it. Is that Luna's microphone stand? Nope, not done. Okay. It's kind of nice that I had a primal that we didn't just immediately start fighting to the death. Not the most productive parley ever, but it's a step in the right direction. Luna. Let's see, can it do a couple fates on Ninja? I can also cast lightning. You're not the only one, Ramu. Are you working on any projects right now, or are you still just resting? Hopefully recovering. Have you been able to eat okay with the tooth and everything? Guess I don't know how long that, or how that affects, like, what you can eat. Working on a table runner? Ooh, that's exciting. I feel like always takes a little bit longer than expected. Table runners are pretty long, right? Not super surprised. Oh, that's not good. Get me out of here. And Luna's back. Well, that's good to hear. I feel like I've had a couple times where I've had like a really sensitive tooth or something and eating was a pain. And that is never fun. Gotta get really close here. Hopefully he doesn't come me back in. A little underleveled to really be out here. Especially since these are all ranged units. Can't get in close. I'm not gonna finish in time. That's okay. We're getting whatever XP we can. Oh wow. It's still like 10 minutes probably. But that's like the fastest queue we've had in weeks. I was expecting to wait a lot longer. Let's go do Ramu's trial. Whew, gotta gear up. Ready. I'm ready. Healer, please. Alright. Lord of Lemons. All right, let's do it. spread out the thunderstorm. Don't remember much about this fight. Lots of lightning. Avoid the lightning. Have to kill the ads. There's some trick with them, but I don't remember what. Arbiter down. Supposed to do something with the target. I don't remember. I think I was supposed to run into the lightning. That must have been it. Healer saved me. Phase 2. This battle shall decide thy fate. Canst thou weather mind awakened ire? Judgment is nigh. Me, mine arbiters. Yeah, I think we stay on Ramu now. Could be wrong. We have to break the tether. Including our attacks. Oh, you grab the orbs if you're connected. That's what it is. Buddy. Okay. We did it! To the dungeons 3! Victory! Pele, did you come to celebrate? Defeated the Lord of Levin.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
Okay. He's also an energy ball.
And
why is everybody an energy ball?
A worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine.
Yay!
Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
You got it, Ramu. I don't know what you're doing, baby. Fancy orange!
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Scions.
We know how
Let us
to defeat
conclude
the
our present
Scions.
business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Let's go! That's what he was after. Right, let's let everyone know. Tribal number 6 defeated. Yuki, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Lyoki. The Elder Seatseer must be informed of your deeds at once. The Elder Seatseer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nofika's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Lyoki. We did it! Anisana, we did it! Haley, what are you doing, baby? You're so restless. Okay, bye. These cats have so much energy right now. Can't keep up with them. Welcome back, honored Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see you return. The Elder Seatseer await you within. Oh, everybody's back here.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramu made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
Alliance is already falling apart.
As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one, yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow Scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Oh, thanks, Connie. Uh-oh. Secret meeting?
Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
I don't like this.
Voices of the
What's
forest,
happening?
pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
What is happening? What is this evil? Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Liuki? I'd hoped Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the primal sudden challenge. It seems that Eorzea too was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Liuki? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Back to Minfilia. He lays in my lap. I'm happy. She's so cute. Alright, Fancy Orange, I need answers. Tell me, Eorzea. Welcome back, Liuki. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Eorzea's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Leven, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascians' immortality. Let us assemble and discover his observations together. Let's do it! Ready? I want some answers.
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
Yes, let's...
Eorzea, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time,
We knew that already.
Eorzea and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
Okay.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence.
Okay.
In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Okay.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Yeah, definitely. For everyone else, I definitely know what we're talking about. Heidelin music.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
Okay.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
It's a pretty cool visual.
Which brings us on to the third group, the
see.
So-Called Immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
Good question, Thancred.
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Scions took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
It's okay, Thancred.
I am sorry, my friend.
We forgive you.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan.
Okay.
If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Scions in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Oh, that was cool. Y'shtola is so cool.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats
Okay.
are, of course, far easier
How do we
said
do
than
it?
done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul.
So we're gonna make a soul
Yet,
prison?
I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
Guess it's better than nothing.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Fancy Orange. Till next time. Oh. Meanwhile, that's a lot of Ascians. And Elidibus. The Lord of Levin is returned to the ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramu's acquainted acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wane. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Aha, Brea. He's back. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hand shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Oh boy, Ascians are back. I feel like that's a fitting place to end. Get a little Ascian sneak peek. Explanation of soul transference. Need to build a soul prison. Yeah.